This is a second stimulus check update. Great news, $600 stimulus checks have officially been sent as of last night via direct deposit. Also, the IRS gave in a schedule of when we could expect to get paper checks. They also released important updates regarding people on Social Security benefits. With the $2,000 stimulus check, it went for vote yesterday in the Senate but was blocked by Mitch McConnell. President Trump sent out a nasty tweet basically giving Republicans a death threat for blocking it. And then shortly after that, Mitch McConnell released his own $2,000 stimulus check bill with two other items in it that the Democrats did not like. I'll give you all those details and updates in this video. I hope you're having a great day so far. I am extremely tired. I've been up since 2 in the morning because of my 2-year-old. And if you have kids, I'm sure you'll understand it was just one of those nights. Let's start with the good news first. First, stimulus checks could hit the bank accounts tonight. This was yesterday, and they officially did, which is great news. So, Steve Mnuchin, Treasury Secretary, said that today the U.S. Treasury will begin to deliver second round of economic impact payments. That was yesterday, that statement. And then he also said paper checks will begin to be mailed out tomorrow, which is today. According to the IRS website, Treasury and IRS will begin delivering second economic payments to millions of Americans. A lot of words on this page here. That's why you watch these videos, so I can sum it up for you. I'll just point out the key things here. So basically saying initial direct deposits may begin arriving as early as tonight. This came out yesterday. And paper checks will begin to be mailed out tomorrow, Wednesday, December 30th, which is today. And also they said that the official payment date is going to be January 4th, 2021. And for Social Security, it says for Social Security and other beneficiaries who receive the first round of payments via Direct Express, they will receive this second payment the same way. So the same way you received the first stimulus check is the same way you will receive the second stimulus check. And so far, I haven't gotten any news regarding timeline with SSI, SSDI, but I will keep you updated. And I got a comment actually just a couple of minutes ago. Evelyn Tapia said, I just got my $600 last night. Let me know down in the comments below if you have received your stimulus check yet via direct deposit. Let me know in the comments and I will point it out and share that information. Thank you, Evelyn, for pointing this out, and congrats on getting your stimulus check. Let's move on to second stimulus check. Basically, what happened yesterday, Mitch McConnell blocked the $2,000 stimulus checks. Then he created his own bill based on Trump's demand. I'm going to break this down for you. First, let's start off in chronological order. Yesterday, Josh Hawley, who is the Senate Republican who has been a big proponent for stimulus checks, he said yesterday around 11:40 a.m., we've got the votes, let's vote today, referring to David Perdue, who is one of the Senate Republicans running for office in the Georgia Senate race, which is going on January 5th. He said in a tweet yesterday around 10:36, President Trump is right. I support this push for $2,000 in direct relief for the American people. And then also Kelly Loeffler, who is the other Republican senator going for the Georgia Senate, she said, I agree with Donald Trump. We need to deliver $2,000 direct relief checks to the American people, bringing the Senate Republican count to 5 people. So we have these two, then we have Marco Rubio, Josh Hawley, and Lindsey Graham. We would need 12 votes from the Senate Republicans in order to pass the $2,000 stimulus checks. But an entire wrench got thrown into the whole plan. So Mitch McConnell spoke on the floor yesterday and he blocked the vote by Chuck Schumer. Here's the clip of Mitch McConnell yesterday on the Senate floor.
This bipartisan compromise was our shot at getting help to working families on the urgent timeline that they need. Once again, I want to applaud President Trump for signing the bill and getting this much-needed assistance into the pipeline. During this process, the President highlighted 3 additional issues of national significance he would like to see Congress tackle together. First, as he explained, the President would like further direct financial support for American households. Second is the growing willingness on both sides of the aisle to at least re-examine the special legal protections afforded to technology companies under Section 230 of the Communications Decency Act, including the ways it benefits some of the most prosperous, most powerful big tech firms. And the third subject, since every American, regardless of their politics, should feel the integrity of our democracy is beyond reproach, is exploring further ways to protect the sanctity of America's ballots while continuing to respect the federal government's limited role in standing behind state and local government who actually run elections. Those are the three important subjects the President has linked together. This week, the Senate will begin a process to bring these three priorities into focus.
Mitch McConnell said he was going to bring those three items into focus, which he did later on. I'll give you the details on that. But first, Bernie Sanders tried to object the vote block by Senator Mitch McConnell, and here is what Bernie Sanders said, all fired up. This is Bernie clip.
And the terrible emotional isolation that this pandemic has caused, where people are unable to spend time with their family or their friends, has resulted in a huge increase in mental illness, drug addiction, and even suicide. Madam President, as I mentioned, the House has done the right thing. By an overwhelming vote, Democrats and Republicans voted to increase that $600 direct payment to $2,000. Recent poll came out. 78% of the American people think that was the right decision. They're hurting. They want help. The leaders of our country, President Trump, President-elect Biden, Minority Leader Chuck Schumer, the Speaker of the House, Nancy Pelosi, are all in agreement. We have got to raise that direct payment to $2,000. So that is where we are right now in this historic moment. Do we turn our backs on struggling working families, or do we respond to their pain? So, Madam President, would the senator modify his request that immediately following the vote on the veto override, the Senate proceed to the consideration of H.R. 9051, that the bill be considered read a third time, and the Senate vote on passage of the bill without intervening action or debate. Further, that if passed, the motion to reconsider be considered made and laid upon the table.
Is there objection to the request for modification?
Object.
Objection is heard. Is there objection to the original?
I object.
Objection is heard.
Regardless of being left or right, Democrat, Republican, what Bernie Sanders is saying there, I think, resonates with you and the rest of Americans. We need help, and we need help now. Those $2,000 stimulus checks would have been a big help, and if it got the vote in the Senate, we could have seen some results in a $2,000 stimulus check. But instead, Mitch, being the Grinch of stimulus checks as usual, blocked it. President Trump, shortly after, had this tweet right after it got blocked, saying, unless Republicans have a death wish, and it is also the right thing to do, they must approve $2,000 payments ASAP. $600 is not enough. Also, get rid of Section 230, don't let big tech steal our country, and don't let the Democrats steal the presidential election. Get tough. So, this tweet right here is basically what made Mitch McConnell pass his new stimulus check bill, which is this. So Mitch McConnell had a new stimulus check bill, which is going to have the $2,000 stimulus checks. It's going to remove Section 230. If you're not familiar with Section 230, basically it's a liability protection for big tech companies. And it's also going to create a committee for voter fraud. Those last two things, Democrats are not going to go for. They're not going to create a committee for voter fraud and potentially boot out Joe Biden, their own president. Also, Section 230, they are not for that, and they're calling it poison pills. So this move by Mitch McConnell is basically a political chess move, saying that, yeah, sure, I'll pass $2,000 stimulus checks, but you gotta pass these two things as well. And if you don't, then you don't support American people. This move by Mitch McConnell is very savage. Democrat Senate Minority Leader Chuck Schumer sent out a statement shortly after Mitch McConnell released the bill of his $2,000 stimulus checks with the two other items. Chuck Schumer said, Senator McConnell knows how to make $2,000 survival checks reality, and he knows how to kill them. If Senator McConnell tries loading up the bipartisan House-passed Cash Act with unrelated partisan provisions that will do absolutely nothing to help struggling families across the country, it will not pass the House and it cannot become law. Any move like this by Senator McConnell would be a blatant attempt to deprive Americans of a $2,000 survival check. The Cash Act is basically the other term for the standalone bill for the $2,000 stimulus check. Then he says, will Senate Republicans go along with Senator McConnell's cynical gambit, or will they push him to give a vote on the standalone House-passed Cash Act? So this is really big right here, because I find the timing really interesting with Loeffler and Perdue, the two Republican senators running for the Georgia Senate. They said that they were for stimulus checks maybe a few hours before this bill came out, almost as if they were in the know, because on any other circumstances, those two Republican senators would have been against stimulus checks. Now with this plan with Mitch McConnell, it's basically throwing a wrench in the entire plan to get $2,000 stimulus checks before the end of the Senate term, which is just in a few days, or actually tomorrow. So it looks like $2,000 stimulus checks may be off the table unless there is some counter to this move. I'll keep you updated. That is all the stimulus news I have for you today. To brighten up your day a bit, here is my daughter Bella's tip of the day.
Hi guys, it's Bella's tip of the day. I want to tell you the one thing that you should do. Do the things that scare you the most, because after you do that, you become a better person. Bye.
And if you want to keep the positive vibes going with this bittersweet news that I just gave you, I recommend clicking this video over here. It's on my Wise Vibes channel. It's 5 ways of how to alter your belief system so that you could change your life. Your life basically is determined by your beliefs on a regular basis. So if you want to learn how to change those beliefs, click this video and I'll see you in the next video. Take care, be safe. Thank you for watching. I'm going to try to get some rest. Have an amazing day. Bye.